Rain continues across much of central and eastern Kentucky, and straight ahead we're focusing on the weekend as things try to get a little wild in the eastern part of the country.
2 new names have been added to the Kentucky Fallen Firefighters Memorial. We'll show you the ceremony coming up.
It's been nearly a week since a burglar shot a Lexington man in his home. The neighborhood is still on edge because the shooter is still on the run.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon. We are tracking a shooting investigation right now near downtown Lexington.
It happened about 45 minutes ago. Shots were reported outside of a store at the corner of East 6th Street and Pemberton. This is some video just into our newsroom. It is still a very active scene.
Our news crews are still gathering some information, but it's believed the victim was able to drive around the corner to a house on Chestnut Street to get help. No word yet on the extent of his injuries or if any suspects have been arrested. We'll have a live report on the breaking details on WKYT News coming up shortly at 5 o'clock. More rounds of showers moving through the bluegrass today, and this wet weather trend is going to stick around for some time.
Sounds like it. Our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey, is tracking some ugly weather for us. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, exactly right, guys. Hi. We're going to continue to deal with more of the same old, not only this evening, but through the next several days. Part of that ugly is out there now. We got some misty light rains falling here at the station on Winchester Road. Humidity's way up there. Look at those winds. Northeasterly 15 miles per hour. Rains today, at least at the station, not very impressive. Just picking up 0.03 of an inch of rain so far. But keep in mind, yesterday we picked up better than 2.5 inches of rain. The heaviest rains today have been concentrated across parts of southern Kentucky. A little area of low pressure down here, putting down a tremendous amount of rain for parts of the Lake Cumberland area over into the London, Corbin, and Somerset areas. And that's where we're dealing with some heavy downpours right now, especially right on top of Williamsburg into Knox County. We see that lightening up a bit into Pulaski County. One more little hefty shower heading toward Waynesburg. Folks around Lancaster getting in on some light rain, scattered stuff across the Lexington metro before that action picks up just a little bit to our east. And where we are just to the east of Hamburg Pavilion, seeing some of those misty showers that are falling throughout the land. Heavy and steady band of rain setting up shop I-64. We'll keep an eye on that throughout this evening. Some showers will be around. Look at that, temperatures dropping into the chilly range with upper 50s showing up by 11 o'clock. Guys, when I come back in a few minutes, we'll focus on what you see there. That is a hurricane across the Bahamas. Some of that may at least have an impact on our weather. I'll show you why it may not matter in the long run whether or not Joaquin hits land or not, because we have some ugly weather heading into the weekend. That's in a few minutes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you then. Thank you. Today, a tribute was held for 2 Kentucky firefighters who died in the line of duty.
Captain Tony Grider of the Campbellsville Fire Department and Major Malcolm Jenkins of the Fern Creek Fire Department were both added to the Fallen Firefighters Memorial in Frankfort. Sam Smith takes us there.
There were about 150 to 200 people here to pay their respects this morning for the fallen firefighters of Kentucky. Major Malcolm Jenkins of the Fern Creek Fire Department and Captain Tony Grider of the Campbellsville Fire Department are the newest names on the wall that honors firefighters that died in the line of duty. Jenkins died in October 2014 after a heart attack. Grider was badly burned on the Campbellsville University campus. He was on a fire truck ladder that got too close to a power line after dumping water on the university's marching band. That was part of a charity stunt that happened in August of 2014. Fire departments from all over the state were part of today's ceremony to honor the deceased and to show support to their families.
That's why we do what we do. A brotherhood and a sisterhood bound by a calling to serve others. And we want to share that love for the rest of our lives.
I spoke with members of the Grider family after the ceremony, and you'll hear from them coming up at 5:30. But for now, in Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And there are more than 200 names on that memorial wall. A Lexington man accused in a violent home invasion and shooting faced a judge this afternoon.
Michael Walls is charged with burglary. Police say Walls and another man broke into a house last week on Mount Foraker Drive and shot the man inside. The gunman remains on the loose. WKYT's Mark Barber has the latest on the search in this Crime Tracker report.
Police say after the burglars hit their first home here on Mount Foraker Drive last week, they turned their attention to the house next door. Investigators say they waited 2 days and then came back to hit that second home.
My wife is pretty concerned.
Bill Whalen says his family's sense of security has been shattered by the break-ins. The 2 homes next to his were targeted by thieves, and now one of his neighbors is in the hospital.
Tragedy, scary, and unnerving.
His neighbor was shot when he confronted one of the burglars on Thursday. Whalen doesn't want to discuss the details of his friend's injuries, but we have learned the homeowner was seriously hurt and has been in and out of surgeries. Police say they caught a break in the case when they found a fingerprint on a window in the first home hit by the burglars. That led to the arrest of this 25-year-old yesterday. Michael Walls is now charged with first and second-degree burglary. He claims the person who was with him pulled the gun on the homeowner.
It just changes your whole routine. They don't deserve it. They're good people, really good people.
Police are not releasing much information. They're playing this case pretty close to the vest. They say they are still looking for the shooter and hope to release more information soon. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Police tell us the burglars returned to the street and tried to hit the second home after they stole a laptop, a PlayStation gaming system, and shoes from the first house.
Kentucky's Agriculture Commissioner James Comer says he will run for Congress. The Republican wants to replace retiring Congressman Ed Whitfield, who represented Kentucky's first congressional district for 20 years. The district consists of 35 counties in western Kentucky, and that includes Comer's hometown. Comer lost the Republican nomination for governor back in May by just 83 votes, but he won the 35 counties in that first congressional district.
A 19-year-old Northern Kentucky University student is expected to survive after she fell down an elevator shaft while taking photos in an abandoned Cincinnati brewery. Investigators say the young woman fell more than 12 feet down an open shaft in the Hootapole Brewery building, which has sat empty since the 1980s. The student has a broken leg and injured her hip and arm. Cincinnati police say the woman was with 3 other NKU students to take photographs for a project. Police say all 4 students will be charged with criminal trespassing. The state of Georgia executed a woman overnight for the first time in 70 years.
She was put to death despite an appeal from the Vatican on behalf of Pope Francis. Mark Strassman reports from outside the prison in Jackson, Georgia, southwest of Atlanta.
We are still fighting. Do not lose your faith.
Calls to save Kelly Gissendaner's life echoed outside the state prison in Jackson, Georgia on Tuesday night. But after more than 5 hours of delays, the 47-year-old, who spent 18 years in prison for plotting the murder of her husband, was given a lethal injection.
The court-ordered execution of Kelly Renee Gissendaner was carried out in accordance with state law.
Back in 1997, her then-boyfriend, Greg Owen, the man who carried out the murder, took a deal from prosecutors to testify against Gissendaner. He was sentenced to life in prison and is still eligible for parole in 2022. Earlier in the day, a letter on behalf of Pope Francis was presented to the Georgia Board of Pardons and Paroles, asking them to stop Gissendaner's execution.
Please be assured of my prayers as you consider this request by Pope Francis for what I believe would be a just act of clemency.
The Vatican letter referenced the impassioned speech the pontiff made before Congress last Thursday, condemning the death penalty.
Every life is sacred.
Witnesses to the execution said in her final moments of consciousness, Kelly Gissendaner was singing Amazing Grace. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Jackson, Georgia.
According to reports, Gissendaner hosted a number of individuals before her death, but her children were not present.
Justin Bieber opens up during a magazine interview talking about Christianity, marriage, and arrest. More on his words of wisdom ahead.